Only pon the air, man. Confused generation. Ricky, na 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 na. Oh,
Hi guys, we're back again. This is a Rethink Pod. Josh and Jet here.
Yeah. Sup, fellas?
I think it's been a great week, right?
It has.
How's your week?
Same old. I mean, grinding it out. The hustle is real. We're keeping it real.
Wow.
In Ekufuado's Ghana, in JDM's Ghana, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Wow, that's nice. But I think you support Manchester United, right? How's the team going so far?
Why are you trying to dig up my pains? I'm Morimbo.
Oh, but man, you guys, you the bro.
See who's talking or see. Fortunately for you, Mbappe has found his form, so I mean, I wouldn't talk much, but Charlie, Mbappe no size, oh. If not the Colomania, Mbappe is the GOAT.
Alright. Just by the way, but I hope, everything's been good so far for you.
It is. I mean, we are grateful. We are in great health and we are thankful.
Yeah.
The mercies of heaven.
Yeah, on my side, so you now, Charlie, Real Madrid there.
Go and sit down there.
Team no the
Go and sit down there.
You just keep flourishing here and there. It looks like someone says God intentionally created the Real Madrid team. I mean, like, God's hand is on the Real Madrid team. Oh, anyway, so can we just head right back into
your favorite pod. I've called it.
So what are we talking about today? What was today's topic?
Today, I mean, how can we contribute to Ghana's advancement? I think we want to discuss what competency
over loyalty, right?
Sure. I mean, what actually brought this topic is because we are in a political season now, you know, appointments, ministerial veterans, and all that. So, but let me start by asking, like, Josh, assuming you had a large company, how do you appoint your workers? I mean, how do you appoint people to work with you? What would be the hallmarks? I mean, the criteria you'd be looking at?
Well, for me, I think I'll look at the competence aspect. I mean, what you can actually do, how professional you are. I mean, the skills that you have. I mean, basically that how competent you are. So you should be knowledgeable in the field that placing you in.
I see. So then, what about your day ones? You know, guys who've ridden with you from back in the day. I mean,
well, let me just say this. Well, I mean, we are trying to speak in terms of loyalty. I mean, like, sure. They've been with me. I mean, like,
your day ones.
Yeah, my day ones and all of that. Yeah. So, well, if I find you to be someone who is competent enough, I mean, and the loyalty is also there. I mean, why not?
That person, I guess, a higher footing than, say, someone who is loyal but not competent. That's what we're trying to say. Like, trying to say that if you are loyal and you're also competent, obviously.
Obviously. But then in that situation, I'm not going to prioritize the you being loyal to me over you being competent.
I mean, that's great. I mean, cause I'm trying to put myself in President Mahama's shoes. And for his ministerial appointments so far, I've not actually followed it. I barely do follow local politics. You know me, usually Western stuff, geopolitics and all that, particularly American stuff. But I mean, we just watched this Kwejo Sheldon video, right? One of his on YouTube, one of his shows on YouTube. And we're just listening, and that's what brought up this topic, regarding the undergoing ministerial appointments. And we're trying to see competency over loyalty. And to your point, I think I'll take competency any day. Because loyalty will not assure.
So guys, just so you know, the topic for today is competence over loyalty.
Exactly. And so I'll take competence every day, like any day, because competence like deals with how cut out you are to fulfill a particular task.
Yeah.
Loyalty is just like, yeah, you've been with the person through thick and thin. There's a place for loyalty.
Yeah.
If there's a
Like
combination
I
of
was
both.
actually saying, not to cut you, but I was actually saying if you have both, it's cool. You are loyal, you can do the job, you are knowledgeable, you can literally do your stuff.
That would be the winning ticket.
Yeah.
Loyalty
But on
with
any
competence.
day, competence over loyalty.
Now, like if you are loyal, if you are both loyal and competent, like that's a winning ticket. You embody both.
Yeah.
That's the
perfect.
most ideal.
Yeah, perfect.
Because I'm just trying to think at this point in our nation's journey, I'm like President Mahama, some of the appointments, he should really look at competence. So there's not a time to be awarding party faithfuls with key and important portfolios.
Why do you say that?
See the state of the country now. We are in an economic quagmire. We are in dire straits. We need to get this country working again. We've sunken so deep. We are in the abyss, for crying out loud. We are in what? Economic doldrums. Our plight is critical.
I think I should get my dictionary by.
Oh yeah,
myself,
I have a friend. Maybe I'll shout him out now. And in case one day hear this podcast,
dictionary.
Don't pass that your fullest statement. I didn't get a C4 on the WASI. Be serious. Anyway, that's by the way. That's shout out to you, Mauna Geja. Like one of the smartest dudes out there. If you feel go drop where they work, make girls can set you.
Anyway, but have you heard of any person who has been appointed that you feel like, oh, this person shouldn't be appointed for this ministerial position?
Since I've barely actually followed, but what I've actually called wind of is the incoming Minister for Education, the Honorable Haruna Idris. So I really want to know what actually was the criteria for a selection by the president. Because see, our educational sector, it needs a massive overhaul.
Yeah, I believe.
They are supposed so-called graduates coming out of this free education high school policy, and they are barely literate. Like there's actually no quote-unquote value to them at all. We have people passing out of high school now who can barely read or can barely compute basic arithmetic. So what are we doing? A lot of our tertiary graduates, how are they contributing to national development?
Yeah.
See, people should see something. Ghana's education system, prior to the introduction of Akufo-Addo's flagship policy, the free SHS.
Yeah.
Prior to that introduction of the policy, Ghana's education system, I think it held its own against the West, at least before you got into tertiary. Coming out of senior high school, we both read science, right?
Yeah.
If any of you have ever written the SAT, the subject test on the SAT, if you were a good science student and you attended like any of these A-list schools, you could easily excel on those subject tests on the SAT. What does that tell you? Before you enter, from kindergarten straight up to senior high school, we can rub shoulders with the West. Like there's the quantum leap, that quantum gap comes in at the tertiary level, where graduates of our institutions, barring a school like Ashesi is the GOAT in Ghana.
I think I agree with that.
Ashesi is the GOAT. KNUST, they can rage and rave all they want.
But you go KNUST, Charlie.
Well, KNUST. Anyway, they said it better. But all I'm trying to say is our education system, prior to the introduction of this free SHS, our secondary school education was adequate.
Yeah.
This free SHS policy has just come and has just tossed up everything.
But come to think of it, like, I don't know, but Ghanaians, we really like free stuff.
It's bad. I don't know who inculcated that in us. Freebies works for no one. Welfareism never advances or builds a nation. You can't keep giving free stuff to your citizenry. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You are broke, yet you have like a host of social intervention programs and policies. What are we doing as a country? Everything free this, free this, free that. What's that? Even salvation card, they are saying quote unquote is free. It came at a great cost too.
Yeah.
It took the life of the holiest or most perfect person to ever walk the face of this planet. So before we give freebies, we should have the well of what? We should have the well of providence. We should have a lot at our disposal to what? Be giving out freebies. But to be giving out freebies when you are not equipped to do that, how are we? We are just going to be marking time.
Well, so back, I think you were talking about competence.
Exactly.
I don't know, but I would just have to reiterate. As a country, I think competence must take precedence over loyalty.
A country like Ghana, at this point in our journey, we need the most competent minds out there to turn around the ship for the better. Like I said earlier, this is not a time for President Mahama to be giving out appointments as well rewards to party faithfuls.
I think there were even there was kind of like a diatribe from his camp. I mean the NDC. I mean people complaining as to why certain people haven't yet been appointed into some.
They are all part of the problem. Like, is this the time to be clamoring for people from your region or area to be given political appointments? I think now about the country or your own parochial interests. Hey, let's be serious in Ghana.
Oh my.
See, all I'm saying that I heard President Mahama.
Can we have a situation where probably, even though you might be coming from, maybe you're an MPP, right, affiliated to the MPP, and then we have the NDC, right? Can we have the president? He's of the NDC. So can we have him appointing someone from the NPP camp into a certain?
Ideally that should have been the case. Because if you're looking at
but I don't seem to see that.
It does. It's just winner takes all politics we practice in this country, and that's retarded our progress all this while. Ideally that should be the case, irrespective of your party colors or affiliation. Once you are competent, I'm saying we need all the brightest minds there is to advance our cause. At this critical juncture in our nation's story, we need to reverse the tide and advance the country. See, these ministerial appointments that President Mahama is making, I beg him, I implore him, if in a year's time we aren't seeing any palpable and tangible results, he should sack them. They must be sacked.
Absolutely.
I have high expectations and high hopes for someone like Ato Forsen. I expect cogent, creative ideas, innovative, out-of-the-box approaches to revive our economy.
Yeah.
Okay. Abu Jinapo, honorable, energy. Find a way to have a seamless form of operation in our energy sector. So we've suffered interrupted power distribution and supply for so long. We need to nip that thing in the bud. We need to curb that thing. See, 21st century, 2025, we shouldn't still be encountering blackouts and outages, incessant, intermittent outages. See, 21st century, like the black man Ghana. Let's think.
This doom so is it ever going to end? Like, come to think of it.
Is this really a problem? See, we have bright minds. We are supposed to have the bright minds. See, we have Ghanaians who have attended Ivy League schools. Personally, I have a friend who's graduated from MIT and all that. There's a time to invite all these people back. They wouldn't come because there's no that enabling atmosphere or conducive environment here. We still have a lot to do about that. But then back to what we're talking about. President Mahama, Me, these appointments you've made in a year's time, if we aren't seeing, if there are no semblances of a turnaround, please sack them.
Sack them.
Not reshuffle.
them.
We don't want reshuffle. I never understood like the whole concept behind reshuffle.
Reshuffle.
Someone filled that finance and go and put him at trade industry or something. Sack them. President Mahama, please. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. The person is your country.
Like we all want to see Ghana
we really
advance.
need to progress as a country.
I'm saying,
we've had
like,
enough of this retrogression.
See, let's learn from the model of Singapore. We need the brightest minds in all our public institutions, administrative institutions. We need the brightest minds, and they should be duly compensated for. There should be adequate and accompanying concomitant remuneration for such people to invite all the bright minds there is. We don't want there to be a dearth of intelligence in our public space like it's happening in Britain with Keir Starmer's Labour Party. My goodness.
Be like, hit the count for the studio.
Like we have to be serious as a nation. We have to be serious.
We really have to be serious.
I mean, with Haruna Idrisu, the incoming Minister of Education, we need incisive decisions, incisive action to turn around everything that's happening in the education space. We need to produce more literate and sound graduates who are of benefit to the global community.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Charlie.
But come to think, the appointment, is he done or he's still appointed?
I mean, it's still ongoing. I don't know if he's down for the appointment, but I think vetting is still ongoing.
Oh, okay.
It's sometimes just so
I think you spoke about Idrisu Haruna.
Yeah, Haruna Idrisu.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so funny.
I saw his
vetting.
Yeah, his vetting on Twitter.
I mean, sometimes you just see the questions they throw to them. Hey, are we serious? Hey, this one there, someone catches straight, but let me put this. Hey, there's one person, always want to cite an example of an incompetent person giving a public portfolio. The past Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture, Howard Kumsin. How can someone like Howard Kumsin hold a ministerial appointment in Ghana? Are we serious in Ghana? Oh my goodness. When you go to other jurisdictions, other countries, like being here, my specialty is America, like American political stuff. Go and see their political appointees. Go and read their credentials, the schools they've attended, the projects they've worked on, their successes in private life, even in public life, the bills they've submitted, the bills they've suggested, the bills they've drafted up. And then you come to Ghana, and then we have public appointees, public servants, and there are some of the milk toast guys out there.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? In Ghana, it's fun. Like in school, maybe if you are fine, I attended Presec, so let me use Presec as an example. So maybe if you're in Presec, all the predominantly, most of the sharp dudes out there are in the science courses, right? In the science classes.
Yeah.
Then some visual arts guy or some A3 guy who had been fooling all along in school, he will find his way in politics. Then he'll come in drafting up policies for the smart guys in science to follow.
Yeah.
How do we expect
that shouldn't be the case?
How do we expect to advance as a nation? Yeah. Go to Singapore, see what Lee Kuan Yew did there. Go to America, see how they set up that country. Is it, you think, it's by coincidence that most of America's builders are Ivy League educated or attended top tier institutions like MIT, Stanford?
But I think when you mentioned the visual arts aspect, we don't mean to say it isn't a good program. I mean,
in Ghana,
not to denigrate. Yeah.
I'm not trying to denigrate, but I mean, like I said, objectivity. We all know, at least me, I'm talking about my time in Presec. Usually visual arts have the lowest entry aggregates into Presec.
Oh yeah, that's actually true.
So usually the most stubborn guys on campus were guys who studied visual arts or were in A3.
Yeah.
Arts without E-math. I mean, let's say it as it is.
I think you were in K, right? In the science class.
Oh, why they saw me out like that? It's just one day like, Charlie, you are bringing out keys, but I was in K. I don't know how last I checked, they've reverted from the alphabetical nomenclature to, what is prevalent in other schools, the S1, that common thing.
Oh man, this is new to me.
I'm shocked. Well, like, get them, so other schools were doing S1, S2, S3. Charlie Presser, we have something unique. I don't know why we changed it. I hope
This
it's
is
not the
actually new
case.
to me. I'm actually hearing this
I
for the
hope it's
first time.
changed, like, because, I mean, the alphabetical nomenclature was so unique.
Yeah.
So by the alphabet, you knew which course the person was studying.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I was in K.
But anyways, back to, I think when it's been looking at things not only from the ministerial position and all of that, but when you look at even our government agencies, we have people employing folks not because they are competent, but then hey, probably you are a relative. Probably because you're a friend, you're a relative, and that person might not necessarily even have the knowledge, the skill,
the know-how.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like,
and I mean, there's really plunging the nation into a ditch. Like it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Ghana has our own local version of the DEI, the outlaw disbanded DEI policy in the US. In Ghana, our DEI policy is whom you know. And we must eschew that. We need to advance, bro. We need to advance. At this point, we are at the crossroads, at the critical crossroads now. President Mahama, please, I beseech you, in a year's time, if your appointees are underperforming, please give them the sack. Write them their dismissal letters. Have fresh appointments.
Mr. Fade search what appointment. So Mr. Fade make it come.
Charlie, he's senior man, materials engineer, Charlie. Senior order there. Maybe I think Ghana maybe when the country advance will be if or when we have an order there as a president. I know people like to say that we had a kufu. A kufu, no, I mean some way question mark, but I don't know, but I mean, when we have another day, maybe because Motown have had their shot, Achimota have had their shot. I don't know which high school.
Yeah, the president from Motown.
This was President Rawlings and Atanos.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
President Mahama, I don't know which high school he attended. Neither. I think President Kufuor doing school in Ghana. I don't know, but maybe you guys let's give another day guy the shot. I mean, let's give it a shot with the other years. What do you guys think?
I agree with that.
Well, Charlie, let's translate our successes in the NSMQ into public administration and governance. We have competent people, I think.
Even with the whole NSMQ thing, that'll be a topic for another day because I have my own sentiments about this thing.
Sure. Yeah. No problem.
But the whole point is that we should
the takeaway from all this that we should prioritize competence
over loyalty. Yeah.
Like I said, this is not a time for political appointments to be based on what rewards for what fealty to a party.
Yeah,
no,
your affiliation to a party, so you should hold a certain position. You should look at how competent you are.
We have to advance Ghana.
We really day back.
If we have kids, our kids must come and meet a different Ghana. Not this Ghana we are in.
Ebe.
So President Mama, please, again, in a year's time, if your appointees are underperforming, no reshuffling, please put them out of office. Enlarge the sample space, getting more competent minds. I think we have bright minds out there.
Yeah.
If it has to be that we invite people from the US, the UK, Germany, and give them mouth-watering packages to come and take over our public administration. Let's do that. We need them. And let's stop all this.
There are actually many young folks down here who are brilliant. I mean, like you said, bright minds.
And even if they are not here, if probably we want to go with having the Western laurels from Western academic institutions of higher learning. We have people personally, like I tell my roommate Charlie right now, PhD holder, doctor, working in computational fluid dynamics. We have bright minds out there. At least my friends, I know them, are medical students graduating from Tulane and all that. I have friends.
But I feel like we are actually losing lots of bright minds.
The brain drainers, that's another topic for discussion. What the country is losing out on
this
leaving.
podcast, I think we have a lot of stuff too.
We do have, since we all want to contribute towards national development. We do have, but let's appoint and nominate competent people into public offices. We need to do that. Honestly, I'm really watching these three people: Haruna Idrisu, Abuna Jinapo, and Atuforsen. I'm really watching out for those three because they really hold key cabinet positions.
Yeah.
They can make or break us as a country.
That's true.
Let me add this. Probably a disclaimer, a caveat. Yeah, someone might say that, Ofriatade, he's an outlier. He's the exception to the rule, because for someone who is Columbia educated, they should have done better. But how he failed so woefully beats my mind. So he is the exception to the rule in this case. But ideally, competent minds, bright minds, drive the national development narrative.
That's true. So bottom line, we must take
competent people over just people who are loyal to our party.
Yeah.
It serves no one. It does no one any good. Let's be serious in this country. Serious. I follow secretarial veterans in the US, and I like that discourse.
Yeah.
The banter there.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. There's an actual veteran.
Didactic.
Pete Hexer's veteran session lasted over 4 hours. And
even during the vetting process, you even get to learn stuff. Yeah.
It's a time to learn more. So I like following their things, because
when you compare it to the way we do our vetting, we realize that we seem to be joking.
I've not sat through a full vetting, hearing session down here, because sometimes even the questions they pose, it means that they are so subpar and mediocre. Pretty much quote unquote dumb questions. We ask don't get me wrong, sometimes listening to the vetting sessions the US as well, usually senators from the Democrat side of the aisle also ask very dumb questions. There's this particular one, maybe if I mention it, it'll be like if I'm going for every side, they'll bounce me, so I'll keep her name to myself. But
censoring it.
Charlie, right now, Charlie, my guy is in power. Trump baby. Charlie, no censorship. So I may or may not say, but she's from a state that starts with H.
I think that should lead us to wrapping up. I think you said it all.
Competence.
So competence over loyalty on any day.
Any day, all day, every day.
Yeah. So I think we can call it.
Yeah, we can. I think it's been another brilliant submission.
Yeah.
Hope you guys will enjoy this. I did.
So, guys, we hope you loved this one.
Another session. This is our third episode, right?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts, how well we are doing. Hope you guys are enjoying it.
But you could also suggest some topics you'd want us,
exactly,
give our 2 cents on. We're there for you. John DeMello. We're there for you.
Yeah, so once again, this is the Rethink Pod.
Exactly.
I won't be back again on your speakers.
Some other time.
Yeah, this is Josh.
Keep it logged.
Yeah.
Be real, go out there and make a difference.
Alright, guys.
Let's help advance our motherland.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Hopefully.
We'll get there. Small.
Ghana, like we say, inshallah.
Yeah. So, guys, till then, we see you.
Be good, guys.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Long time them chant and a lover. We no poor them friend, the boy a backstabber. Big and boys and now we now follow, cause we too icy that one Jacob ladder. You look for me with a lot of mercy. Lord God, you really show me lots of love. Moving on, I know you can feel me. Oh, you are.